Hi everyone, welcome to another interesting tutorial. I'm Dami of 𝐓𝐻𝐂𝐇. Today we're learning how to make this beautiful corset top using the curl construction method. We've done the drafting about a couple of tutorial weeks ago. So if you missed the tutorial, I'm going to be dropping the link to the tutorial in the comment section. So this corset method is actually a very nice method. It's a dartless corset. So I made this that is showing on the screen right now. So if this is what you are looking at to learn, I will urge you to stick to the end of the tutorial. It's very detailed and beginners friendly. If you are joining us for the first time today, thank you for joining us, and don't forget to click the subscribe button, turn on the notification bell to get notified anytime we have a new tutorial. And for our returning subscribers, thank you for always coming back. If you'd like to join my WhatsApp group, the link will be in the description box. So please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, comment, and also share the video. Thank you, and let's get started. Alright, so with the pattern we got in the drafting class, I'm going to be putting the link of the video for the drafting in the comment section. So I've gone ahead to use the pattern. It's a dartless corset, right? So I've gone ahead to use the pattern to cut out the fabric. So I'll be sewing it with a crepe fabric, and I've gone ahead to cut out the fabric here and also interface it, and also the lining too. I've also gone ahead to interface the lining also. So this is for the front, and also I've done the same thing for the back also. So this is the main fabric interfaced and also the lining also. So for the joining of this now, I'm going to be bringing the front bodice now like this. So I'm going to be joining it on the side with the back bodice. I had a 0.5 inch allowance for the joining, so I'm going to be joining it on both sides, and also I will do the same thing for the lining. So now for the cup now, it's going to be a 3-piece cup. So I've gone ahead to cut both the fabric and the lining, and also well interfaced. So for this particular corset, I'm going to be using the ready-made cup, but this cup is not thick enough, so I'm going to be layering it with a laminated foam, right? Or you can go ahead and just double your laminated foam to have that thickness, but I'm just going to use the laminated foam. Then I'm going to be putting the bra cup. So these are the pieces we have for the cup, the 3-piece we have here, right here. So I cut the size of laminated foam without adding any allowances. So I'm going to be interfacing. I'm going to be gumming it to the main fabric first before I sew the joining together, before I join the 3-piece together. So I'll go ahead now, add this one to the main fabric, then I will stitch the 3-piece cup together. All right, so this is the lining. I've joined the sides together like this. So now you see that I have this line pressed out. So these are going to be my boning channel. So I'm going to be putting the bonings on the lining, and also I've also gone ahead to sew the fabric together on the side. So the main fabric is not going to be having any boning line, so it's kind of like invisible boning method. So also the cups, I've gone ahead to join the cups. So this is what the cups are looking like, and I've given them a very good press, and I've trimmed out all the excesses. Don't forget, I'm still going to be putting my bra foam here. So now I will just go on to attach the bra foam to it. So just use your Emmy gum to fix it on the cup. So I have the fabric here, and this also is the lining. Please, when you are making a corset, it is very important to press it very well. Even see, without any structure, without anything, the cup is still standing on its own. So it's very important to get your metal straight and you press it very well. So now I'll go ahead now to fix the cup inside the bra foam inside the cup area, and also I'll go ahead to make my bonings. All right, so this is my lining here now. I'll be starting from the back. So this is the boning I'm going to be using. So I'll be using 0.5 inch boning. So this is the boning I'm using. I'm using the 0.5 sewable boning. So on the lines that I've marked out now, I'm going to be sewing the boning straight. So the boning is not going to be starting from the edge because of the shortening of the lining. So I'll step by 0.75 or 1 inch from the hem, then also the same thing from the upper part, and also the same thing from the hem. So now we'll go ahead and place your the bonings here. So on this both side we have here, I'll be sewing the lining, I'll be the boning on the both sides here. So go ahead to sew it. Alright, so I have all the boning channels here, and for one side of the joining I've gone ahead to sew the boning, so I'm just going to be explaining how I did it. So I trim off the excesses we have on the side joining, so I'm going to be placing the boning on it following the shape. It is very important that you follow the shape. You notice that when you get to the waist here, if you say you should be sewing it straight as it is, so you sew off the hip excess here, so you just open it. When you get to the waist, you open it up so that you get the perfect shape for it. So you place your boning, not starting from the edge. Don't forget, we are not starting the sewing from the edge. So you place it here like this, then you start it down to the hem. Alright, so this is what the boning lines are looking like, and this is the wrong side, the right side of the lining. See that all the stitches are neat. So you just trim off all the excess threads you have here. Then you are going to give it a good press so that it will relax very well. This is it now. This is the boning I've sewn, and I've given it a good press so it's more relaxed here like this. So the next thing we'll be doing is to be fixing the cup. So I'm going to be fixing the lining on the lining. So this is the cup for the lining. I'll fix it on the lining like this. So it's going to be coming here like this. So to do that now, you just bring it to the right side here. You place it right side facing the right side. Make sure that it's the side of the cup. This is the one that is going to the front, to the center front, and this is the side. Don't forget the arrangement of the cup is very important also. So you place right side facing the right side. Then you are going to be sewing it round with 0.5 inch allowance added. So you sew it round. You do the same thing for this upper part. And also for the main body, this is the main body here, and this is the cup. So I've gone ahead to fix the bra foam inside. So this is what the inside is looking like, and the cup is standing. So this is the other one also. So to fix it now, I'm going to be pinning it here on the side on this so you can use your pin to fix it down so that it will be easy for you when you want to sew. So when you fix it, it's going to be coming like this. Then I'm going to do the same thing for the other side also. Alright, so I've joined the cup. This is what the cup is looking like on the inside. So this is the outside, and you can see the shape of the cup like this. So I've also gone ahead to use the yoke pattern to cut out the net. So I cut the skin net, I cut it in double to use it to turn the neckline. So now I'm going to be placing it here. So this is the center front here. So I'm going to be placing it like this and join it up to this point here. So I'm going to do it like this. And also for the back yoke also, I've cut the back yoke, which is going to be starting from this side here also. So I will join the back yoke also together. Then I will use this also is the lining. I've turned the lining also. I've added the cup to the lining, so I'll be using the lining to turn it together on the neckline. So I'll show you the results. Alright, so you see now I've added the yoke. This is the yoke, and also I've turned the inside with the lining. So the yoke, I've joined them together on the shoulder. So for this style present I'm working for, it's going to have like it's going to go across the neck. Now that we are done this now, I want to reinforce my bonnets with the plastic bonnet. You know, I only made use of the sewable bonnet, but sometimes when you wear sewable bonnet, by the time you are trying to snatch it, the sewable bonnet, because it's very flexible, it will be bending. So the best thing to do is, once you are done with your sewable bonnet like this, inside the bonnet channel, inside under the sewable one, you just pass this one across like this. So I intentionally left it to this point so that I would have done with the sewing and all of that. So I'll be passing this through all of the channels. So once I'm done with that now, this is for the eyelet loop at the back. I've sewn it for the two side here. I've turned the upper part for this one also. So I'm going to be putting this in between like this. So I'll place it in between it like this. Then I will stitch it down on both sides. So I'll go ahead to do that now and show us the results. Alright, so okay, I've added the plastic bonnet. You see that the structure is more stronger than before now, and also I've done the eyelet bar. So the next thing we are going to be doing now is I want to pipe the under it. See now, see our corset is taking shape already. So your corset base does not have to be rough. See as neat as it's looking. Your corset base does not have to be rough. So when you are making corset, just take your time and sew each stitch with care so that it will not be rough. So go ahead now. All right, so we are going to be piping the hemline. So to pipe it now, I don't want the piping to show. You can do the two type. So it's either you turn it in like you are turning it with a bias, or you do this like this. You fold this to the side. It depends on what you want. You can fold in two sides like this and put it in between. Then you flip this one over so that what you are using to turning it will be showing. But I don't want mine to show, so I'm going to be placing it like this. So this edge, because this edge is finished, I will fold this like this. I will sew it around the hem. So when I'm done, then I will just flip it over, fold this other side again, flip it over and stitch it inside. So I'll go ahead to do that. All right, so here is the hem. I've turned it in like this. So for this particular one, I'm going to be beading all of these parts here, and this is what the back is looking like. So what we are going to do now is just to use your soldering iron to make the highlights and fix your highlight. So you go ahead now and do that and fix your desired sleeve if yours is going to be having sleeve like mine. So this brings us to the end of our tutorial today. Thank you for joining our class. I hope you're able to learn something new in the class today. Drop comments and share the video. Thank you, and we'll see in the next class.